You've seen him, you've heard of him, and now you meet him. Navigation Safety Supervisor of the Anchor Infinity Group, Nanto, our latest physical DPS main in Tower of Fantasy. Till this day, I'm still not sure if I'm saying it right. It's not Nando or Nantos or Nandos, y'all know that.
Nanto.
Okay.
Anyway, all I know is Nanto looks really badass in that sleek outfit of his with a hell of a magnificent dragon of a companion. So, with Nanto's arrival, how strong is Fizz and what does he bring? Let us find out. Nanto is a physical main bruiser DPS that shares the usual traits of Fizz-Flame Fusion, Fizz-Flame Resonance, the ability to armor dissolve, and also the usual 16 Shatter 14 Charge. Do they even bother? This time round, Nanto is pretty different from his predecessor Aster. While Aster brought graceful moves with a simple and straightforward gameplay, Nanto's style is rather complicated. Connecting combos with press and hold moves, Nanto's damage comes from his plethora of combos that release N aura, dealing massive damage as you perform your combos. Sounds confusing? Worry not. Let's do a demonstration. The premise for Nanto's attack goes as followed. Skill into normal attack combo into special skill combo times 3. After using his skill, you do 2 normal attacks, and when you see this dragon beside you, hold down the attack button to punch the target with the sonic boom effect. Then, immediately press skill 2 times, and when you see him slamming the floor with this huge pillar wave, I don't have a better description for that, you then hold skill and he will do another sonic boom attack. After that, it's back to repeating the sequence all over again, for 3 times total in his rotation. Again, pay attention to the combo. After using his skill, normal attack, and hold attack. Boom! Then skill in quick succession, and let him slam onto the ground, then hold down skill and boom again. If done right, by the 3rd combo your other weapon's cooldown will be up, and you just swap accordingly to provide buffs before returning to Nanto for another round of those heavy combos. Attack, hold attack, skill, hold skill. That's it. Now, let's go into the details. Nanto's 5-hit normal attack combo isn't particularly amazing, but the 5th normal attack is his important branch attack that deals a lot of damage. After using his skill, you can quickly chain the 1st and 5th attack together, because you need to speed things up to deal more damage as part of the combo. Hold on to that. His aerial attacks are not that great either, and FYI, you won't use them anyways. So back to the normal attacks, and let's look at his skill. Nanto's skill opens up the battle by dealing AoE damage to nearby targets and inflicts armor dissolve on them. Nice! The last we had that in DPS was Yen Miao. At the same time, you gain aura points and enter the N aura break, which grants you hyper body for the skill duration. Under the effects of this skill, Nanto's normal attacks, as mentioned earlier, will chain from 1st to 5th hit right away, summoning the dragon and dealing big damage to the target. And when you use this 5th normal attack, holding down the attack button will combo into his special attack for more damage to the target. Just a tip, if you stall too long after the 5th normal attack, you won't be able to use this special attack, so it's recommended you hold the attack immediately when you see his dragon appearing during the 5th normal attack hit. You may also have noticed this dragon UI down here, that's your aura meter. Performing the hold attack special move will consume aura to do big damage to the targets. The next part of his skill is directly connected to the hold attack special move. Once you finish that hold attack special move, you in fact skip the animation and combo into the special skill where you press his skill 2 times in quick succession. Upon successfully doing that 2-tap skill move, you'll see him do some punches into the big pillar wave animation, which also consumes aura to deal big AoE damage. Once that wave animation is done, you can then hold down the skill button to finish off the combo, skipping the animation and doing the 2nd sonic boom punch. Upon using this special hold skill move, you then do your normal attacks to begin the combo again. That's it. Nanto's Discharge looks badass. Would you look at that? Boom! Unfortunately, it has no special buffs or effects tied to it, so you know what to do. Trait-wise, if Nanto is on the team, you'll use his trait as it adds a lot of base damage percent, and by replacing Storm Eye in the meta team, his trait is superior to all others. So use his trait. On the relic side, the preferred relic of choice would be the buff dealer at minimum 2 stars, best performance being 5 stars. Second relic would be the Battle Eye Mark II at minimum 2 stars, best performance being 5 stars. Other relics such as the rifle, mask, bubble gun are all usable if you don't have the Mark II or buff dealer. F2P players can still go with the Koan 2 stars and Omnium Shield 5 stars in place of those premium relics. Nanto's matrices are very simple, true to the physical element style. His 2-piece adds a lot of phase attack and increases the multipliers of both the branch special moves. Remember that big pillar wave burst damage? Yes, that one. His 4-piece adds all elemental damage and additionally increases a lot of final damage when equipped with his weapon. At base 0 stars, it's a strong matrix set if you have enough resources to secure the complete 4-piece. Min-max whales and rankers would obviously do the necessary, and those that care about their damage would look to obtain this matrix set for the team. However, as it doesn't have any special mechanics tied to it, those that already have some good fizz matrices have the choice to skip it and use the standard on-field matrices Samir, Cobalt B, Skylar, and also background effect matrices Yen Miao, Zeke, Skylar, Abuela, and so on. Just be mindful of your resources. Being the latest DPS unit for Fizz, Nanto's playstyle and combos made him the de facto main DPS of the Fizz team, shifting Aster to support alongside Void Piercer as the meta Fizz team. Close behind is the team of Nanto, Anka, and Void Piercer. Due to Anka having Shred, surprisingly this team is able to match Aster's team in terms of DPS. And Anka being very simple to use is a plus point. You can also use the team of Nanto, Storm Eye, and Void Piercer for those that did not obtain Aster. But I gotta say, the lack of Shred might be challenging for certain content. Also, the team of Nanto with Void Piercer and Nola can still function to a certain extent, although the damage won't be as good as the top 2 meta teams, but it is suitable for altered players that want a stronger Fizz weapon and did not get Aster for some reason. For our F2P friends, Nanto can pair with Yen Miao and Zeke from the standard pool, or Gnono even, but as free to play, you probably would have some altered characters, and it's still a good option to pair Nanto with one altered and one standard weapon if you don't have Aster. Seriously, I'd expect most people to have Aster except super new players that just entered the fray, but I digress. Looking at the DPS charts, you will notice that the damage across different comps is not too big, considering the old Fizz team is only about 5% lesser. What? Just be mindful that Nanto himself does not have Shred, so if you're not using Aster or Anka, you may not have enough Shred to begin with. Also, it's worth mentioning Nanto needs significant or similar investment to best the former Fizz team. You can use a base copy or 1-star Nanto to fight a maxed out Claudia comp. Nanto needs similar advancements to be stronger. 1-star increases physical damage percent and also the end aura gained from using his skill. So during battles, you get to release double the aura amount from the usual, which translates to a sizable increment for the overall damage. 3-star increases his hold attack multiplier and also generates echo stacks whenever you use his aura during combos. Those stacks further dish out big damage when you complete his combos with the big sonic boom, another pure DPS advancement. 5-star further increases final damage and allows you to mitigate damage with healbacks every time you consume Spirit. You also gain a damage reduction effect when being attacked. All in all, this advancement is good for sustainability if your team lacks it. At 6-star, it's a pure DPS advancement with more physical damage increment and further boosting multipliers of the echo stacks damage you do when you finish his combos. A must for min-maxers and rankers, I'm afraid, but who am I to say no? Recommendations wise, Nanto works best with his 1-star at the very least, and for those who do not have good sustain, the next stopping point really is his 6-star, since 5-star unlocks the sustain buffs, and for real, if you're able to do 5-star, you might as well just finish him off. 6 stars it is, but for those that can't really afford 5-star, I'd say 3-star is still a good stopping point as it does increase quite a bit of DPS. Highly recommended to look at your resources and pull accordingly. As the latest DPS for these teams, Nanto brings a unique gameplay with his heavy hitting combos and does not want to share on-fill time with his badass rotations. An absolute Chad. Make no mistake, he deals a lot of damage and is super strong, but does require practice in getting used to. It's not recommended to Anga simply smashing those buttons, as his combos require a specific timing of key combinations. You don't want to mess them up. But for new players in Tower or Fantasy, Nanto is great at low investment and can pair with many of the weapons, including the ones you obtain through the Scratch Card event. Perfect to start your physical warfare. What do you think of Nanto? Does he live up to your expectations, or are you interested in sniping the next best thing? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.